the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council.
Good Wednesday morning, Jonesboro. This is meteorologist Tim Root with your KLEK 102.5 FM weather. A blend of sun and clouds, spotty showers and thunderstorms today and tonight. Mostly cloudy tonight. The high temperature near 88, the low temperature around 70. Those showers and thunderstorms will be more isolated Thursday and Friday, the first day of summer Friday. And the temperatures Thursday and Friday in the mid to upper 80s with a blend of sun and clouds. Your life, your music, we're KLEK 102.5 FM.
From Feature Story News in London, I'm Ollie Barrett. A Dutch-led team has announced charges against 4 suspects in the case of flight MH17, which was shot down over Ukraine in 2014. A new report from the UN's refugee agency says global forced displacement has doubled in the last 20 years. Former UEFA President Michel Platini has been released from police custody, and China's President Xi Jinping says North Korea is on the correct path when it comes to solving political issues on the Korean peninsula.
It's 9:01.
Community Conversations is brought to you by Arkansas Early Learning, offering no-cost childcare in Jonesboro and Northeast Arkansas. Applications at arearlylearning.org.
Arkansas Early Learning is a nonprofit organization.
KLEK LP Jonesboro, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council. It's now time for Community Conversations, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place, while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council, or our underwriters or sponsors.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Wednesday to you, and happy Juneteenth. I hope everyone is having a great start to your day. You're tuned in to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM, and my special guest today is Mr. Kahron Ross, one of our hometown heroes. Many of you know him for his amazing basketball skills, but there's so much more to Kahron, so I invited him here today to talk all about that. And he is joined by his parents, Mr. Corey Ross and Miss Kanisha Ross. Thank you all so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so we're going to get right into it. I'm going to give a brief introduction of Mr. Kahron. He graduated from Jonesboro High School in 2014. He won state championships also in 2014. Went to Lehigh University in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. He was the all-time Lehigh assistant leader, all-time Patriot League assistant leader, all-time leader in a season major theater. Played professionally this past year in, help me out. Karlsruhe?
Yeah,
Germany.
Yeah, just Germany.
We're going to say Germany. All right. So, and then throughout his high school basketball time and even in maybe middle school, and he'll give us more information, you also played for different community basketball teams as well. Mm-hmm. All right. So let's get right into when did you start actually playing basketball, and what got you interested into it?
Well, I've really been playing basketball basically my entire life.
Okay.
I think I started like when I was around 4 or 5, something like that, in like the YMCA leagues and stuff like that. So I always played up. I never played in my own age division.
Oh.
It's just something my dad just put me through to make me better and make me tougher. So I think I started when I was about 5 or 6 or something like that.
Okay, awesome. And so as you aged and went through school, did it ever become a time you was like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore, or did you just really grow into loving basketball?
I think I loved it from the jump. Like, it's just something I have a passion for. I don't know. It's a family thing, I guess. Like, okay. we all enjoy basketball. So
Love it.
I think I was just born this way. Like, I truly have a passion for it.
All right, and so let's talk about the other aspect of playing ball. There's a lot of discipline that goes into it, from working out to eating right, getting the right amount of sleep and things like that. So how did being involved in sports also help you in other areas of your life?
Well, like you said, it requires a lot of discipline, which obviously you need outside of sports as well. So playing basketball all of this time, and you have to be able to work well with others, and you have to be coachable, and you have to be able to lead others as well. So I feel like in all aspects in basketball, it can help you, outside of sports as well. So it's taught me a lot of things.
Alrighty. I want to ask your parents. I know Corey Ross, you played ball in high school as well, didn't you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So how did you encourage him? I don't want to say push, but motivate him to keep it up and not give up when times may have gotten hard?
Well, a lot of times I would just challenge him on a lot of different things. And whenever I would challenge him and tell him he can't do anything, he would be determined to do it, and that would be my way to, mess with him psychologically. I'd tell him, boy, you can't even shoot with your left hand. So he'll stay outside sweating and tell him, come and get me. Say, look now. I say, it ain't good enough yet. So we should do different things like that just to play mind games with him. But overall, I believe a lot of things he was doing, he just really loved the game because our whole family loved it. And so I think that he didn't really need too much motivation. He just needed a little guidance.
Alrighty. And we all know that every time there was a game, like the whole family, anyone who knows the Scales and Ross family knows a lot. Quite a few of y'all. Mm-hmm. And so everyone showed up and showed out with full support at the games. And I'm sure that made you feel really great to see that much support in the stands.
It does. I have a great support cast behind me. They're always supporting me. All the way up from the YMCA leagues through high school up to college, and now all the way in Germany. They even live stream, and my dad posts it on Facebook, and people are watching. So I'm very thankful for the support cast I have.
Now, also with that, do you feel that having such a strong support system also gave you the push you needed to continue to excel? And we're going to get into your college career in a moment, but do you feel like having that support system really helped you to excel and push yourself also?
Definitely. I think having a support system is what every young basketball player needs. It helps you whenever you're down or you're feeling down in yourself or you're not feeling as confident as you should be. That's what your support system is for. To be there for you when you feel that way. So that's what my support system has been doing, and like I said, I'm thankful for it.
Awesome. I want to say good morning to a few people that have checked in. Dr. Ray Scales, thank you for checking in. Dexter Davis, Chelsea Chapman, and Mrs. Maddie Warren, and Amberly Knowlton Hayes. Or if you all have any questions or comments, drop them in our Facebook Live feed or just any words of encouragement. Or you can give us a call in the studio, 870-277-1080. All right, so let's talk also about many people know living in Jonesboro on the north side of town, it can have its challenges. And so some people use sports as an escape to stay out of trouble. Kind of give us your story and explain how sports maybe have helped you, or were you just one of those kids that didn't get easily influenced?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Okay.
Sports definitely helped me stay out of trouble. And I'm just a kid that's just not easily influenced.
Okay.
I surrounded myself with a lot of guys that knew my goals, and they knew that I wasn't trying to get involved in anything else but basketball. So I never really was peer pressure because, like I said, I surrounded myself with the right people, and that helped me a lot.
Alrighty, and I'm sure having that discipline really helped you a lot when it came time for graduation. Tell us about maybe some scholarships you were offered and why you chose to go to Lehigh.
Well, first of all, Lehigh was one of my first offers in high school, and they showed me the most interest. It was this guy named Coach Cruz. I called him Coach Cruz. He used to send me letters almost every day, and he showed me. He just showed me how much they wanted me and how much they value me, and that really stuck out to me. And that's ultimately why I chose Lehigh, because they put in the most effort. Okay. And as far as scholarships and stuff, I didn't get any scholarships when I was in high school, but as you know, if you get a basketball scholarship, everything is paid for. So that's why.
All right. I want to ask the parents, mom and dad, how did you feel when Kahron was like, okay, I'm going to Pennsylvania, which is way across on the East Coast, and here we are in Arkansas. So how did it make you feel? Like, you sure you don't want to go somewhere closer, or what were your thoughts on that?
With me, it wasn't really a thought, because wherever he's at, I'm gonna be there. He could be playing on the moon. I'm gonna get my little suit, whatever I gotta do, and take off. That's me about it.
All right, Kanisha is mama, and this your only baby. And what were your thoughts on when he said, "Okay, I'm going to Pennsylvania"?
Well, my thoughts was, at first I was like, well, if this is something that you're wanting to do, I'm behind you, or we're actually behind you 100% of the way. So I just wanted to make sure that it was his choice of where he wanted to go, because I knew wherever he was going to choose to go, he was going to give his all and make it what he wanted it to be.
Okay, awesome. I want to say good morning to Mrs. Clarice Scales, Dr. Sharice Jones-Grinch. Ms. Scales says, Granny, so proud of you. And Shantae Johnson says, look at my family. And good morning, Mrs. Shannon Riley Tate. All right. Thank you all for checking in. If y'all have any questions or comments, drop them in our Facebook Live feed. All right, so let's talk about, before you went to Pennsylvania, had you ever traveled for an extended period of time outside of Arkansas or stayed away from home before you went off to college?
Oh yeah, a lot.
Okay.
Growing up, that's all we did was travel in AAU, because I played with the Jammers, Arkansas Jammers.
Okay.
Coach Dwayne Adams, and then I played with the Lakers when my dad was the coach.
Oh,
then I played with the Hawks, and Coach Bill was my coach. So I traveled all the way up from middle school all the way up to my senior year in high school. We traveled all over the country.
Okay. So going to college, that was kind of nothing new to you.
It was new because traveling when I was growing up, I was going for a few days, 2 or 3 days, but this was totally different, because I was going to be gone for 8 months at a time, and not being able to come home for certain breaks, Thanksgiving break or for my birthday or stuff like that. So it was definitely an adjustment, but I got used to it.
All right, so tell us about, once you got to college, now we know that you have to maintain a certain GPA level, keep your grades up in order to stay on the different sports teams. So college education is a whole lot different than high school, and takes a whole lot of more discipline.
Exactly.
So kind of walk us through what it was like for you those first couple of months of trying to balance sports and education.
It was tough. I'm not gonna lie. The first few months was tough, but I think once I got the hang of things, it got a little easier.
Okay.
And then what happened for me is I got too complacent with things, and I started, slacking in certain areas and stuff like that, and my grades started to drop and stuff like that. So I had to. It was a reality check, a self check for me, which happened like my junior year, and that's when I had to look at myself in the mirror and just start to handle things and take responsibility for the things I was doing. And then after my junior year, I think that's when I really start to grow as a man and as a player and in all aspects. So
that's awesome. And I know your parents got to come and see you multiple times, the other family members, and so I'm sure that kind of made you feel like you had a small piece of home away from home.
It was always good when they could find the time to come see me play. It was usually when we played closer to Arkansas, but whenever they could come, they would definitely try.
That's awesome. So did you get a lot of care packages while you were away?
I did. My mom used to text me all the time and ask what I needed and stuff like that. So she would send me big boxes of snacks and toilet paper or paper anything I needed. She was ready to send it.
And that's what's up. We need to embrace our students, no matter if they're our blood children or not. Anyone that goes away for college or that's doing something that is going to help elevate them in life, we need to really wrap our arms around them and support them. So with that being said, anyone knows any kids out there going to college in August, support them. Right. Be a mentor, be a guide, be something, for those that may not have parents. But anyway, all right, so you made it through, freshman through junior year. When did you get, I guess, the invitation, or how did getting to play overseas come about?
Well, it was always, and one of my goals was to play professionally.
Okay.
When I was younger. So when you're in college and you're blessed enough to perform at that level, agents start to contact you.
Okay.
They either text you or email you or DM you or something like that. So after my senior year, there were a few agents who hit me up and told me that they could help me in my professional career. So I had to go through that process and pick the right agent who I thought was best for me. And then after I did that, he networks for me and finds me jobs and stuff like that.
That's awesome. All right, so kind of want to go back a little bit. We need to get too deep into what your major was in college. So I don't want to get too far away from that. What was your major?
My major was theater.
theater?
But that wasn't my first option.
Okay.
Which is why I said I had to humble myself. Yeah, I had to get right, because my first option was sociology.
Okay.
And like I said, I got complacent and I started, slacking off because it was easy for me. It just came easy for me at first. And like I said, my sophomore, junior year, my grades started to drop and I was almost ineligible. So I had to switch majors, last minute type thing, and it was theater because I had already took a few theater courses.
Okay.
So for theater, I was already, on course to graduate. That was the next one. So I had to choose it because I wasn't comfortable with theater at first, but I had to grow into it, and it was the best thing for me.
So did you have to do any type of performances for class?
I did one performance where I had to perform. I had to rap. I had to
I think I got it right here.
Yeah, I had to do a few things. Yeah,
we have to dig those out of the archives.
Nah, we can keep that. We can keep that away.
We need to get that out there.
We do need to get that out there.
So did Corey and Kanisha, did y'all get to see it live happening at the time?
We didn't get to see it live, but he actually sent it to us. So.
Yeah, he took him a while to send the video, though.
I kept saying, send the video, Kahron. Come on, send it.
He'll tell me, don't share it on Facebook, Daddy. You always sharing something.
That's how we parents are. We have to share everything about our baby.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Because if Corey ain't going to share it, Titi going to share it.
Oh, Miss Scales, she knows she going to get it. Where it's at?
Well, that is the joy of having supportive family.
It is.
Miss Shannon said, that's my baby. And Denisha Washington Crawford says, hey, family.
Hey, there you go.
All right, so you finally graduated, and then you get to go play overseas. Now, I can imagine going to Germany was probably a cultural shock.
It was.
What did you do to even prepare, or did you even have time to prepare?
I didn't have time at all because, like I said, I could, at any moment now, I could leave again. So last summer, I was waiting for a phone call from my agent, and he hit me up one day and he was like, "Kahron, I got a job for you in Germany, but they want you here tomorrow."
Oh my God.
Type thing. So you have to be ready at all times. So I wasn't prepared for anything. I didn't know what to expect. I packed my bags. Me and my parents, we went to Walmart that night.
Oh my God.
Bought luggages and stuff and filled up everything, and I was out the next day. So I definitely didn't have time to prepare for it. But when I got over there, everything was fine. It was a great situation for me.
All right. So again, Mom and Dad first went to Pennsylvania. Now he's going to Germany. Where's your head at?
I'd already had my passport. We had got our passport a while ago because we thought that he was going to Slovakia. I was like, Lord have mercy, you going to Slovakia? So I had to hurry up and get my passport together because I didn't want him to be way over there by himself. And I know he wanted to have us over there with him. So I'd already had my passport, but when he got ready to leave it, it's sudden notice, like the last minute type deal. Those tickets ain't no joke. So I'm going to sell some barbecue plates or something. Try to get over there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but it was different though. With him being way over there, because I know in Pennsylvania I can get there quick. If he needed me there, I get there fast as I can. If I had to drive, walk, or whatever. But there was a lot of water to be trying to cross to get over to Germany.
I know. Oh
yes,
my
ma'am.
God. Kanisha, how did you feel? This is your baby, your baby.
Well, I was like, my baby was to leave me. Oh my God, he's going to Germany. I just started praying, which I never stopped praying anyway, but I just really just went into prayer. I just went to deep prayer, just to make sure that God was going to cover him, and whatever he was going to, come up against, that he was going to be covered. That was my main prayer is, Lord, take care of Kahron.
And what is he going to eat?
Oh, Lord. Okay, so let's talk about some of the cultural things that you did have to adjust to. Language, food, just the way being black in Germany.
Yeah, that for sure. The food was an adjustment for sure because I've always been a picky eater, but I'm not as much as I used to be.
Okay.
But everything it wasn't bad because I was like an hour away from the military base.
Okay.
So whenever we wanted groceries, one of my teammates, he knew someone in the military, so we could just call them and go get groceries, which is the same as like going to Walmart here. So they had everything that we usually eat. So as far as food, we always had good food to eat. And as far as the culture shock, it was different for me because I had to learn how to drive a stick. I've never driven a stick before.
Never taught a stick.
He was riding a bike for a couple of months.
We never had one.
He had a bike with a basket.
Yeah, I had to ride my bike around the city. That's a normal thing over there. Everybody's riding bikes with their babies on the back, the babies on the front.
Oh wow.
That's how they get to work. They ride bikes. So I was riding my bike, or I was either driving or anything.
Did somebody steal your bike?
Yeah, somebody stole my bike.
They stealing bikes in Germany.
I asked him. I said, why did you leave your bike out?
I thought you could probably leave your bike out in Germany, but I guess they got the hood everywhere.
I thought I could too, but I woke up next morning, it was gone.
Oh my goodness. So did you see other black or a lot of other blacks?
Yeah, so it was weird because my team, we were all black.
Oh, okay.
Which isn't a common thing in Germany. So all the other teams, there were maybe 3 or 4 maybe, but my team, we were all black. And then the Germans who was on my team, they were mixed with American.
Okay.
So they even looked black. So it was basically, like I said, an all black team. So we all got along just fine. The Americans showed me around and stuff like that. So it was, like I said, it was a great experience for me.
That's wonderful. Did you have time, I guess, maybe to pick up any language or just kind of some phrases that help you navigate?
I mean, yeah, I had to learn a few phrases.
Say something.
Nah.
Yeah, come on.
I had to learn a few phrases and stuff like that, but nothing like where I could hold a conversation.
Okay.
Give us a word.
Nah.
We're going to go to break here in a minute, so we're going to save that. Miss Shallen said, y'all crazy. Good morning to Miss Rita Miller, Shamal Carter, and Kayla Davis, and Brandon Lastly. All right, y'all stay tuned. We're going to take a quick break, but we will be right back after these announcements.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
Are you struggling to communicate with your teen? I'm Mark Merrill with today's Family Minute. After raising 5 teenagers, my wife Susan and I have learned a few keys about communication. So here are 7 C's for communicating with teens. First, be calm. Rather than go into a conversation angry or upset, be sure to keep calm. This creates an environment for you and your teen to talk without the pressures of emotions. Second, be confident. Teenagers can be very persuasive, but it's important to stand your ground and be strong. Third, be clear. Don't beat around the bush. Be very clear in what you say so there can be no wiggle room. For the rest of the 7 C's for communicating with your teen, check out my blog at markmerrill.com. Remember, your family first.
For more resources on today's topic, go to markmerrill.com.
Family Minute is made possible by the Kappa Nu Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization committed to service to all mankind. Kappa Nu Omega Alpha Kappa Alpha on Facebook and KNOMEGA1908.com.
Family Minute is brought to you by the Gears Foundation, a nonprofit organization providing students with assistance in their academic and career pursuits. Gears Foundation on Facebook, Gears_Inc. on Instagram, and the Gears Foundation at gmail.com.
The Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated was established on June 28, 1997 by 13 dynamic women who accepted the challenge of chartering the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter. Today, the chapter continues to impact the Jonesboro community by sponsoring programs such as the Sonia D. Williams Scholarship Breakfast, Community Back to School Bash, Delta Academy, Voter Registration Drive, and Autism Awareness. Our focus correlates with the national theme: joy in our sisterhood, power in our voice, and service in our hearts. Our chapter supports Delta's 5-point programmatic thrust: economic development, educational development, international awareness and involvement, physical and mental health, and political awareness and involvement. More information about the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated is available at www.jonesboroalumnidst.org or via email jonesboroalumni@live.com.
Hello, I'm Officer Victoria Evans. I have always had a desire to help others in need and to be an example and role model to young women by encouraging them to never give up on their dreams. My dream was to become a police officer and to serve my community. In 2016, that dream became a reality, and it is the most rewarding experience of my life. Now I want to let you know about the same opportunity. The Jonesboro Police Department will conduct testing every month for patrol officers. Applications are available online at jonesboropolice.com or at the Police Department, 1001 South Caraway Road. The Jonesboro Police Department offers a competitive salary, health, and retirement benefits, top-of-the-line training, and most importantly, the chance to make a difference in the Jonesboro community. Join me in making Jonesboro a better place. The Jonesboro Police Department is an equal opportunity employer, and women and minorities are especially encouraged to apply. More information is available at 870-935-5657.
Arkansas Early Learning offers child care activities and educational programs to children ages 0 to 5. That gives them a head start in life. Arkansas Early Learning is in the community at no cost. Applications at arearlylearning.org. That's arearlylearning.org or on Facebook at Arkansas Early Learning.
Arkansas Early Learning is a nonprofit organization. This portion of KLEK programming can be made possible by your business. Your support will help in educating, entertaining, and empowering the community by supporting local talent, serving the community you love, and providing information on issues you care about from a different perspective. Call 870-203-9951 or visit klekfm.org to learn how we can help connect you more with the community, or visit us at 1411 Franklin Street. KLEK 102.5 Jonesboro, educating, entertaining, and empowering the community.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
All right, welcome back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM with my special guest, Mr. Kahron Ross, and his parents, Corey Ross and Kanisha Ross. I want to thank everybody that's been checking in and giving feedback on our Facebook Live feed. Miss Rita Miller says good morning, so proud of him. Miss Tamika LeGrone Scales says good morning. I want to thank you all. So any other comments or questions, please drop them in our Facebook Live feed. We're going to move on with our conversation. Before we went to break, we were talking about Kahron's experience over in Germany. So I want to ask this other question. How long did you actually stay in Germany?
From August until like the third week in April or something.
So is that a typical season? Or how does the season, I guess, how does it go exactly for a basketball season overseas?
Well, different countries and different leagues last for different amounts of time. So
okay.
In Germany, it's usually like August to May. That's if you make it to the finals and playoffs.
Okay.
But if you don't make the playoffs, or you put out early like we did, it's usually like the second or third week in April.
All right. Now, do you feel added pressure playing in a professional league of that kind versus when you were in college?
I don't feel like it's any pressure. Like I said, it's something that I love to do and that I've always did. So it's all the same. Like
okay.
my dad always said, same basketball, same hoop. It's just different teammates, different coaches, different setting, but everything is the same for the most part. It's just so no pressure for me.
Did you have to? I know again you have to learn different players, their techniques and things. I'm not a basketball person, also. Please forgive me for not knowing terminology. But when you're on the court, having to get to know get to know new people and how they maneuver around the court. So is that a learning experience for you?
Yeah, it is. You know, it takes time. You know, you can't build that chemistry, you know, overnight. It takes time. So, like I said, it's good. You know, when we learn each other in the preseason.
Okay.
But I didn't have much of a preseason this year because I had to leave right away. I was a few weeks late.
Okay.
But you know, it's definitely a process learning your teammates and knowing their tendencies and knowing, you know, how they play and what they don't like to do and what they like to do. So that's my job, you know, as a point guard. I'm supposed to know all this. So, you know, in practices and, you know, off the court, you know, we're always talking and stuff like that. So
that's awesome. I want to say good morning to Miss Donnie Sullivan, who says good morning, family. And
good morning, Donnie.
Tony Bruce, who says the GOAT.
T. Bruce.
Hey, T.
Sheila Hagan says good morning.
He's playing professional ball, too.
And Miss Linda Brown Williams says good morning. All right, so since you've been back home, tell us what life has been like. Do you still find yourself on a court somewhere?
Oh yeah, I got
7 days
to.
a week.
I got to. I'm you know, practicing and working out every day. Trying to go twice a day. So yeah, every day. That's basically what I'm doing. I've been grinding because, like I said, I could I could be, you know, gone, you know, at any moment. So I have to stay ready at all times. So.
Do you have to stay packed too? Keep your bags kind of packed.
Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready.
It is.
So Corey, do you ever get out and practice with them or run drills?
No, that part of me is over with. I try to encourage him to do stuff, but this is over with for me.
Oh goodness! So Kahron, who do you practice with? Do you run into some of your old classmates or old teammates from JHS?
Well, yeah, we play pickup. Sometimes I play pickup with my old teammates and old classmates. But as far as working out, I work out with, you know, this guy named Mark. You know, he's from Canada. He's you know, a great player. And then when I want to, you know, work out on my own, you know, I usually just text Coach Swift or Coach Matt to get in JHS.
Okay.
You know, and work out like that. So it's a good balance.
So what are some other things you've been involved in? Have you had an opportunity to maybe mentor some younger players or assist with other basketball games in town with AAU or any of those other community teams?
I haven't really assisted with the games or anything, but as far as like mentoring and working out kids, yeah, I've been working out a few, you know, twice a week, you know, just helping them, you know, take their game to the next level and helping them with their ball handling and shooting and stuff like that. So in my off time, that's usually what I've been doing since I've been back, is, you know, working out a few kids and, you know, helping them get better.
I bet everybody wants a piece of Kahron. They want to see Kahron. They want you here, there, wherever. So how do you find balance? Okay, look, I got this much time. Like, I need to, and then I need this much time for myself. So how do you find that balance?
I mean, it's not that hard because it's not like I'm, you know, working out 20 kids.
Okay.
You know, it's only a few. So I have a lot of free time. I have you know, I'm only working them out, you know, like twice a week, maybe 3, you know, if that. But like I said, I have a lot of time to myself to work on my game as well. So it's a balance.
Alrighty. And so, even though, you know, you are going to continue playing ball, do you see yourself pursuing any other type of degree or any other education? Going another education path. Take another path.
Well, after I'm done playing, I want to, you know, get into coaching.
Okay.
That's always been something I've wanted to do. I think it's just natural for me. You know, that's, you know, I decided that in college, actually. After I'm done, you know, with my professional career, I want to go into coaching or something dealing with basketball. You know, I want to stay around.
Okay.
So something in that area.
Alrighty. So I'm sure your dad and mom would love to have you closer to home, but at the same time, knowing them, I know they're not going to hinder you going.
We want them to go away so we can go visit.
I know, that's
I'm
right.
sick of these mosquitoes.
Oh my goodness. We have a few Facebook comments. Let's see. Miss Mary Contreras Diaz. She says, Ross, don't forget the drop in for Coach D Thursday.
Oh yeah.
Central Office 46 was supposed to have. Okay, so don't forget. All right, and then Sonia Sanders says, wonderful young man. We are so proud of him. And Miss Mary also says, great role model. And good morning to Alexis Scott. All right, so you have a lot of fans right here in Jonesboro and a surrounding area. So how does that make you feel that, people are very proud of you and they support you whenever you do?
It feels great. It feels great. Like I said, that support system that I've always had, it's helped me along the way. Seeing like it's like you reading these comments and people are just saying that they're proud. It makes me feel good that I'm heading in the right direction. I'm doing the right things, so it helps me stay on path.
That's awesome. Mr. I'm sorry. Vernon Wilson says, great family, great guy. And Anthony?
Yes, Anthony, teammate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love you, bro. Keep pushing. And Alexa says, good morning, y'all. All right, so you mentioned earlier about your agent can call you any moment and say, we have a team, we're ready for you to go. Do you even have any clue as to the teams that are being shocked, that are possible for you to go to?
I have no idea.
Oh, wow.
No idea. It could be a totally different country. It could be Spain, France, anywhere. So it could be all over. So like I said, you have to stay ready because you never know.
And with that, do you have to stay on top of immunizations and other things of that nature?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But he'll try to give me a heads up for something like that. But yeah, I have to stay ready.
Alrighty. So while you're here and you kind of have some time off, do you see yourself getting involved with any fundraiser games or any other type of community events that can be focused around sports?
I haven't thought about it honestly, but if the opportunity presents itself, I would definitely volunteer for something like that.
Okay.
But as far as have I done anything in that nature since I've been here? No, I haven't. But
you probably haven't had much time to breathe.
Yeah.
Oh wow. All right, and so let's talk about the NBA. Maybe not everyone wants to go to the NBA, but why play ball all your life, all this time, and then not want to at least try to go for the goal? So
right.
Is the NBA in your sights?
It is. That's definitely the ultimate goal, but it won't happen overnight.
Okay.
Of course, I have to start somewhere, and right now my path is starting in Germany.
Okay.
So it's gonna take a lot of hard work, because there's only a few people that's made it that far. So and I know that. So it's not gonna happen overnight, like I said, and got to put in the work and never get satisfied with where I'm at.
Okay. Have you had a chance to meet or communicate with anyone that's in the NBA that possibly serves as a mentor?
Well, CJ McCollum, he played at Lehigh.
Okay.
And he was a lottery pick. He plays for the Blazers, and we talked a few times through Instagram DM or through text, because the first time I talked to him was through Coach Reed, because I went on a mission trip my senior year to China.
Oh.
And he had did that when he was in college. He went on a mission trip as well. So Coach Reed gave me his number to reach out to him and ask him how that experience was and how that helped him grow, as a man, as a player, and all of that. And I talked to him. He said it was a great decision to do that. So that was the first time I talked to him, and then we talked a few more times after that.
That's awesome. So tell us a little bit more about the mission trip and what all it entailed.
Okay, so it's called Athletes in Action.
Okay.
And I didn't know anything about it at first, but Coach Reed had, which is my head coach at Lehigh, he had came up to me one day and he gave me the rundown about, what it was and how past players in recent years have done the same thing. And he said that the coach for Athletes in Action wanted me to be a part of it. And I didn't know what to expect at first, so like I said, he told me to reach out to CJ, and I asked him, how was it? And he said it was great. So we went to China. We had training camp in Ohio for like 2 weeks, and we practiced and stuff, and bonded with the guys. And then we went to China for, like I said, 2 weeks, and we stopped by major cities like Shanghai and Beijing and stuff like that. And we held camps and we played, against professional teams. We went to orphanages. We did stuff in that nature, and we just tried to help as much as we could with the community. And we also had Bible study as well.
But that was a really wonderful experience.
Yeah, it was great. That was my first experience overseas, that was more of a culture shock than Germany was.
Imagine.
That was different.
Can imagine. We have quite a few Facebook comments, so I'm sorry, y'all. All right, so Mr. Dwayne Ross says, hello, Corey.
What's up, cuz?
Leonard Haskins says, keep up the good work, home team. Shantae Johnson says, NEA Alumni Basketball Tournament, which is July 26th and 27th, so I'm guessing he's trying to give you a shout out.
He pumping that thing.
Corey, are you playing an alumni game?
No, I'm afraid not. I'm going to be a coach in the alumni game. I can't get out there and showcase these skills anymore.
Oh, goodness. Ms. Lisa Stacy Curry says, good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
And Anthony Harris says he has NBA talent. He will make it. You heard it from me first. All right, Anthony.
Yes, sir, Anthony.
All right. So we're definitely rooting you on. And as I said earlier, Kahron is one of our hometown heroes because you decided to do something with your life, not, and this is no shade, please nobody come for me, but this is not to say anyone else has not, but you have chosen a different path for your life than some kids have. You chose to branch outside of Jonesboro and experience life in a whole different way and gain life experience that will help you along no matter what career path you choose, no matter what your profession is, how far you go in basketball. You have chosen to add to your life experiences, and thankfully you have a very supportive family support system, like the whole of Jonesboro supports you.
But that's what it takes, though. It takes a whole, and that's why I always thank the community and everybody, for helping with him, because it takes a community, baby, to help raise a child. Not only your grandparents and family members, it take other people as a whole, and we had a lot of people contribute, from everybody, from buying plates, barbecue plates, and doing different things like that. So I just want to say thanks to everybody, from our family, for the support they've always given.
All right, Kanisha, any words you would like to add to that?
No, actually, Corey just pretty much summed it up. Just, thanking everybody, thanking the community, our church family, just everybody. I mean, everybody just pretty much joined in, and whatever we needed at the time, just like you said, if it was a fundraiser or whatever, they were always on board. So we're just very, thankful. Just thankful that everybody could join in and help us do what we needed, to get done.
I'm going to say I'm very proud of Kahron. See, I came in 95. How old were you? How was he?
Born in 95.
Right.
Okay, so you were newborn.
Push. That's what he was at. Push.
So I've been knowing you since you were a baby, and I'm very proud of the young man that you have grown into. And hopefully other young individuals that are watching you are inspired by you and say, okay, if he can do it, I can do it. It just takes a little push, a little motivation, and basketball may not be their thing, but no matter what they're doing, I hope they are inspired by what you have done. So thank you for your hard work and dedication. Thank you to your parents and grandparents and church and community as a whole for pushing you and standing behind you.
Thank you.
Mr. Shamal says, she says nobody come. Yes, please, look, I'm not trying to be shady, but, anyway. And Tamika LaGrone says, yeah, so proud of him for that. So, all right, so what, if you were to encounter some young people today, what would be some inspirational words, motivation that you would pass on to them?
Just to stay focused, don't fall into peer pressure. Don't, if your friends or whoever you're hanging with is doing something that you don't want to do, just don't do it. Think for yourself, and whatever you're doing in life, just make sure you're working hard to be the best at it. It doesn't have to be basketball, it doesn't have to be sports, but whatever you choose, just give it your all, give it 110% every time, and everything else will take care of itself. Only you can only control what you can control, and everything else, like I said, will take care of itself.
And what role would you say your faith played into helping you stay grounded all those times that you were away, even when you were still at home in high school, traveling? Again, you're on the road away from your parents sometimes, peer pressure. And going to college, there's peer pressure. Going away to China and Germany, peer pressure. So how did your faith play a role to help keeping you grounded?
It played a major role. It's my faith has always played a major role. I've always said that I'm blessed and I'm grateful for, everything that, I've been through and what I'm going to go through, because, like I said, I have a great support system, great church family who's always, praying for me and looking out for me. So my faith has played a major role in this entire journey.
It's awesome. Have you ever encountered anyone that, I don't know, again, being young, how old are you now?
23.
Yeah. There are people that are going to still come at you and try to tempt you and sway you, and saying, oh, you got time to get it right. You can live your life how you want now. How did you deal with people that maybe try to come at you like that?
Honestly, I haven't had many people come up to me and do those things, because like I said, I've always surrounded myself with the right kinds of people, and everyone around me knows that I want to make it far in basketball. So like I said, I haven't really had those encounters.
That's awesome. Count yourself blessed.
Definitely blessed. Definitely.
All right. And so, Corey, I know you said you don't play anymore, but do you see yourself getting back into coaching, like on a part-time basis?
Yes, ma'am. I had took off for a while. I've been having a few little medical issues with my back and everything, so it prohibited me to be out there serving him up on the court. And if it wasn't for that, I'm still a 18 and 10 type of dude, though. But just anyway, I see it in the near future. I want to continue to be able to work with kids and do things, but we have a lot of kids out there that's doing good things right now, though, and I'm proud of a lot of those kids. So I want to get back in the mix and try to contribute and put my stamp on a few of them.
All right, then. We have 3 more comments. Cedric Scott says he has great parents, DCB4L. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry.
You know, Dallas Cowboy mess. Tell them let me put that on there.
Good morning to Mr. LaRon Davis, who says family. Tony Brewster says hometown hero, love y'all. Sheila said, hey, Pooh, love you. Good morning, Patty Bean says, my peace. Sheila Johnson.
Come on in. Come on in.
Yeah, come on in.
Come on in.
Come on in.
Sheila Johnson Sanders says, awesome interview, Kahron. Looking good, guys. And Chris Sims says, if you're young and you got the talent, no college, go overseas, get paid to play. All right. And good morning, Mr. Frank Plasinski. Tony said, Corey back and mess up since the 5th.
He went in.
You would never eat another plate over my house, Tony. You won't starve to death.
Oh my goodness. Y'all cut though. We're going to get it ready for another quick break. When we come back, we'll wrap up our discussion. And again, I just can't thank Kahron enough for giving me this time. I know you stay busy, so thank you so much for giving me this time. And I would love to highlight more people in the community, especially young people that are doing great things. We know that in society, there are things we don't like to talk about. However, our young black men are facing many challenges, and to see someone rising above the adversity and becoming successful in whatever they're doing, it speaks volumes. And so we want to thank you for being who you are and rising above. And so we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll wrap up our discussion and with final words, and y'all can keep cutting up on the Facebook. But don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
We're back with Money Matters. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. Here are more fun ways to teach kids about the importance of saving and not just spending their money. Take them shopping. Teach them how to compare prices to spot the best deal. Show them how to check for sales, clearance prices, and use coupons to save money. Pay them to save by starting a Kiddie 401k plan. That's right. For every dollar they save in a given time period, say a month, agree to contribute a percentage, maybe a dime for every dollar of that amount to their savings. To encourage them to let their savings grow, do not give them a match in any month where their total savings balance goes down. Encourage children to save toward a specific goal, whether it's a new video game, their first car, or a class trip. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. for Money Matters, a product of American Urban Radio Networks.
Money Matters is made possible by the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization focused on joy in our sisterhood, power in our voice, and service in our hearts. www.jonesboroalumnidst.org.
Money Matters is brought to you by the Gears Foundation, a nonprofit organization providing students with assistance in their academic and career pursuits. Gears Foundation on Facebook, Gears_Inc. on Instagram, and the Gears Foundation at gmail.com.
Money Matters is brought to you by Bancorp South, offering checking, savings, loans, credit cards, and wealth management. 5 locations in Jonesboro to serve you. www.bancorpsouth.com or 870-972-9800.
Hello everyone, this is Brother Carls of KLEK 102.5 FM. We're having our spring fund drive. We are seeking 100 donors to give at least $20 per month. But we are happy with any gift, large or small. Come by our studio at 1411 Franklin Street in Jonesboro. Call us at 870-277-1080, or you can visit our website at klekfm.org. Or you can use the Cash App, $ KLEKFM, or text KLEK1 and send it to 44321. This is Brother Carl's Victory Praise Gospel and All Gospel Wednesday. So please, all my listeners, let's donate.
KLEK thanks CJ Pepper and the staff of Life Strategies Counseling Incorporated for helping people through hard times in life such as depression, family issues, stress, abuse, and more. They offer counseling and therapy for all ages, individuals, families, and groups. They are located at 1217 Stone Street. Phone number 1-866-972-1268 or online at lscihelp.com.
Anointed Prolude, 1216 East Johnson Avenue, serves the Jonesboro community inspired by Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. They offer brake service, oil changes, tire plugs, basic tune-ups, wiper blade changes, bulb changes, and coolant system flushes. Open Monday, Thursday, and Friday 8 to 5, Tuesday and Wednesday 8 to 4, and Saturday 8 to 2. More information 870-520-5039.
The McDaniel Law Firm, 400 South Main Street in Jonesboro, is a firm believer in justice and equality for the minority community. The McDaniel Law Firm has fought for our rights for over 44 years. The McDaniel Law Firm offers legal help for wrongful death as well as trucking and automobile accidents. Bobby and Brett McDaniel are available for a free consultation at 870-336-4747 or at www.mcdaniellawyers.com.
The Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated was established on January 1st, 1977, originally serving Blytheville, Arkansas, and now serving Jonesboro, Blytheville, Osceola, Marion, and West Memphis, Arkansas. Today, the chapter continues to make an impact by focusing on Alpha's national community outreach initiatives such as My Brother's Keeper, A Voteless People is a Hopeless People, Go to High School, Go to College, Project Alpha, Boy Scouts, and the March of Dimes. The Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is committed to Alpha's mission of developing leaders, promoting brotherhood and academic excellence, while providing service and advocacy to the community. More information about the Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is available at MOL Alphas on Facebook or via email at molalphas@gmail.com.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
Welcome back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We are speaking with Mr. Kahron Ross, who I call one of our hometown heroes. And I know we have many others out there, so if anyone else wants to see someone else on the show, please send them to me. I'll be happy to have them right here at the table and highlighting all the great work that they're doing in our community. We need to uplift and support everyone that is doing great things in our community. If we don't shine a light on them, who will? All right, so I want to go back through some of the Facebook comments. Folks have been really cutting up today. Let's see. Shantae Johnson just laughing at everything. I want to say good morning to Mr. Jamar Maxwell, and Jamal Jones says, Kahron, hood hero, Lord. Let's get ready for this tournament. So everybody's trying to get you to this tournament come July 26, 27. So
that's a different tournament.
That's a whole different tournament. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, he's from here also. He's playing professional basketball too.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Well, shout out to you, Jamal. So are you considering participating in the upcoming tournament in July since it's an alumni?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
So everybody go check out Kahron and everyone else out there. So is it going to be just, I don't want to say older, but is it, what's the age?
I'm not sure how it works this year because I played in the last year, which was the first year I think, and it was guys who had just graduated a few years ago.
Okay, so not our age, not me and your daddy and mama, and not.
I mean,
if you wanted to, you still had it. You could play, but this is the option for you. But you know, most of us, we ain't trying to get out there. We want to sit to eat.
And want to get killed.
Young kids.
So no remake of the Uncle Drew movie.
Nah, I'm gonna play you on the Xbox. That's how I'm gonna get you.
Oh my goodness! All right. Good morning to Malcolm Lockhart. Says Laker.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Laker.
All right. So in this last segment, we're gonna just wrap up our discussion in Kahron. So what's I know right now you're just kind of in that waiting period of waiting for your agent to call and say, okay, it's time to go to whatever country. So, but what is that like having to wait for the unknown?
Well, last year it was nerve-wracking because it was my first year, and I was waiting, and you know, I didn't think I was gonna get a call in time. But like I said, I got the call at the last minute, and you know, the next day I flew out. But this year it isn't as nerve-wracking because I know that I played well enough this year in Germany that I'll have another job. So I just have to wait around and, like I said, be ready for you know, anything and be prepared. So I'm just gonna keep working, keep grinding, and I'll be ready.
All right. Now, for those that are in high school, you know, what message would you send to them that have played ball all through high school or maybe even middle school and that are seeking scholarships? First of all, some may think, okay, I'm going to go with this one because it looks great on paper, but what advice would you give to someone who is offered multiple scholarships? What would you tell them to look for and what, you know, how to weigh it all out?
My biggest advice is to seek out help. You know,
Okay.
it's nothing wrong with asking for help, you know, because networking is a major piece in all of this. So whoever you know, who's ever coached you, who's ever in your you know, family or whoever knows anybody that, you know, that could possibly help you, just, you know, ask for it, because at the end of the day, you're not going to be able to, you know, make it on your own. You know, you're going to need a support system. So like I said, just reach out and ask if you don't know.
All right. And then for those that may say, okay, I don't want to go too far from home, but at the same time, I don't want to stay too close. Like, what helped you make your decision? Okay, first let me ask this. Did you have any offers from Arkansas?
Mm-hmm.
Any schools in Arkansas?
Oh, yeah, I had Arkansas State, UCA, Euler, you know, all of those.
Okay, so what ultimately pushed, I think I asked this earlier, but what ultimately pushed you to say, okay, Pennsylvania over Arkansas?
Well, I just wanted to try something new, something different. You know, I wanted to get out of my comfort zone and, you know, go away and see how that was, because I could have stayed home, but like I said, I wanted to, you know, get out of my comfort zone and try new things, and it was ultimately the best decision I've made, because, you know, Lehigh was also, you know, a great academic school, and it really pushed me to, you know, become, you know, a better man and better in all aspects. So it was a great choice, and I'm glad I did it.
That's awesome.
Amen.
All right, good morning to Miss Deidre Jones. She says yes. And Mr. Shadrack Turner says, awesome, I am proud of you. And then Shantae Johnson says Coach Matt Daniel is playing.
Yeah, Matt is playing also because he's our age, so that's.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he's playing.
Oh, I didn't know Matt was playing.
All right,
he's
so
playing.
we have a minute left. Any final words, Corey, Kanisha, Ron?
I just thank you for inviting us, and I was just glad that we were able to come.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. You're shining some light on them, and you know, if we can get some other kids up here, because we got a lot of other kids that's doing good things. Like I said, Jordan Andrews, you know, Keyshawn, Desi. You know, it's a lot of them. Tony, it's a bunch of them. They're doing a lot of good things. So we got a lot of good kids in the community. I think the future's bright for the community. And I know a lot of those kids are going to go back and help other kids. So, you know, I can encourage them to continue to keep doing that also.
And we need to shine that light on that part of Jonesboro, those residents of Jonesboro that people may have already brushed off or, let me say that. Just
because it's not all about sports, you know.
Right.
So like Jordan is, you know, he graduated. He's a nurse now.
Yes.
And that's a blessing. I'm so happy for him, you know, because, you know, like I said, it's not all about sports. You can go professional in other things also.
That's right. Well, we thank you. We thank you all so much for giving us your time, and thank you, Kahron. I'm so happy to sit down and have this conversation with you, and I will be stalking you and see what you got going on in the future.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thank you. And Ms. LaShonda Scales says, proud of you, awesome parents. And we thank every one of you out there. Today is Juneteenth, so I encourage everyone to do some research and learn more about what this celebration is all about. Everyone have a great and blessed day.
Thank you for listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed